We often think of memory as a deeply personal experience, a private archive of our lives, accessible only to us. But there's another, equally powerful form of remembrance that binds us together, shaping not just our individual stories, but the very fabric of our society's collective memory. It's the shared past, the common narratives, the agreed-upon understandings of events that a group of people, whether a family, a community, a nation, or even humanity itself, holds dear. Imagine a family gathered around a dinner table, recounting tales of a beloved grandparent. Each person adds a detail, a laugh, a poignant observation. Individually, they hold fragments, but together they construct a richer, more complete tapestry of that person's life. This is collective memory in its simplest form, a mosaic built from countless individual recollections, constantly refined and reinforced through sharing and retelling. It's not simply the sum of individual memories, it's a distinct social phenomenon, a shared interpretation of history that defines who we are. How do these shared memories come into being? They are forged in the crucible of experience, certainly, but also meticulously constructed and maintained. Think of national holidays, commemorating pivotal battles or declarations of independence. These aren't just dates on a calendar. They are rituals designed to reactivate and reinforce a collective narrative. Monuments stand as silent sentinels, physically embodying the triumphs and tragedies a society deems worthy of eternal remembrance. Museums curate artifacts, presenting them within a specific historical framework, guiding visitors through a curated journey into the past. Even the stories we tell our children, the songs we sing, the proverbs we repeat, all contribute to this ongoing process of collective remembrance. Education plays a monumental role too. History textbooks, for instance, are not just collections of facts. They are powerful tools for shaping how future generations will understand their origins, their struggles, and their triumphs. They transmit not just information, but also values, heroes, and villains, creating a shared historical consciousness that transcends individual experience. Through these mechanisms, a society defines its identity, drawing lines between us and them, celebrating certain achievements, and sometimes conveniently forgetting others. The power of collective memory lies in its ability to create cohesion and a sense of belonging. When we share a past, we share a present and a future. It provides a common ground for understanding the world, a framework for interpreting current events, and a source of inspiration or caution for future actions. It tells us who we are, where we came from, and what we stand for. For a nation, it can foster patriotism and unity. For a community, it can strengthen bonds of solidarity. It underpins our cultural practices, our moral codes, and even our political ideologies. Consider the memory of a natural disaster that devastated a town, or a moment of collective triumph like a national sports victory. These events become touchstones, points of reference that everyone within that community understands and can relate to. They become part of the local lexicon, influencing how people interact, how they rebuild, and how they celebrate. The stories of resilience, of heroism, of shared grief or joy become woven into the community's identity, passed down from one generation to the next. Yet, collective memory is not a static, unchanging entity. It's fluid, contested, and constantly reinterpreted. What one group remembers with pride, another might recall with shame or resentment. Historical events are often viewed through different lenses, leading to competing narratives. Think of how different nations remember the same war, or how various social groups within a single country might interpret a foundational moment in their history. The civil rights movement in the United States, for instance, is remembered differently by those who fought for equality and those who resisted it. And these differing memories continue to shape contemporary debates about race and justice. Sometimes, collective memory is actively challenged and revised. New evidence might emerge, or societal values might shift, leading to a re-evaluation of past events and figures. Statues are erected and then, sometimes, pulled down. Textbooks are rewritten. What was once celebrated might now be condemned, and what was once forgotten might be brought to light. This ongoing dialogue with the past is a vital part of a healthy society, allowing us to learn, to grow, and to adapt our understanding of ourselves. In an increasingly globalized and digital world, collective memory is also being shaped in new ways. Social media can create instantaneous shared experiences, from viral memes to global protests, forging temporary but powerful collective memories that transcend geographical boundaries. News cycles constantly feed us narratives, influencing what we collectively focus on and how we interpret it. The sheer volume of information and opinion can make it harder to form a stable, widely accepted collective memory, leading to fragmentation and the rise of distinct memory communities. Ultimately, collective memory is far more than just a historical record. It is a living, breathing force that continually shapes our identities, our relationships, and our destiny. It is the invisible thread that connects us to those who came before us and those who will come after. It is the story we tell ourselves about who we are, where we've been, and where we are going. A story that is always being told, always being heard, and always being remembered together.